Hi, Southern Shoddy here, and today we're going to be going through some of what I consider to be the best Blender add-ons that you can use moving into 2026. Now, I've noticed a lot of add-on videos out there highlight really flashy, cool-looking add-ons because they make for great thumbnails or clickbait titles. However, I want to focus on add-ons that you might have not heard about before that are really useful all year long as a permanent addition to your Blender toolkit. Now, we're going to be covering free and paid add-ons. We'll get started with the free add-ons in case you don't want to watch all the way through, but I encourage you to stay to the end because a lot of the paid add-ons are really worth the money. Now, with that being said, let's get started. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody who watched Arcane on Netflix immediately went to YouTube to search, how do I achieve the Arcane look in Blender, only to find out that the answer was really high quality texture painting, which is difficult to do by default in Blender, which is why this add-on is so great. It's called Paint System, and it makes it easier to achieve a painterly look when texture painting in Blender with a host of other features. Even better yet, the original creator has a bunch of great tutorials on how to utilize the add-on. Now, Simplify Plus aims to make your add-on and viewport performance much easier to manage. If you didn't know, Blender has this little Simplify tab, which allows you to turn things on and off in the scene. What Simplify Plus does is add a bunch more options so that you can increase your viewport performance by controlling what you do and don't see in the viewport. Now, they have a free version and paid versions as well, but the free version itself offers a lot of options that are really great. Now, if you've ever been rotating and placing objects in your scene, you know how cumbersome and difficult it can be to move origin points around and rotate them as you need. Well, the YouTuber CG Matter has created the Easy Pivot tool, making it much easier to adjust and pivot your objects, allowing you to much more dynamically rotate and place your objects in your scene. Now, I use UV Packmaster, which is a paid Blender add-on, which I highly recommend. But as far as free options go, I've been seeing a lot of people recommending UV Packer, which solves both of those problems. It makes it easier and simpler to quickly pack your islands, but it also offers a bunch of advanced tool sets for people looking to get more out of their UV packing. Now, Bone Dynamics Pro allows you to apply simulations to bones, very similar to the popular Wiggle add-on, with the difference being that because they have a paid version, I've noticed that they have updates more often to ensure that it's compatible with the latest version of Blender, which is why I'm recommending Bone Dynamics Pro, but they also have a free version. Now, this was one of my most used add-ons on my short film. I would animate my character, apply dynamics to the external bones, and allow simulations to do a lot of the work for me. It's a really good add-on, and I recommend it. One of the coolest add-ons on this list is the Pixel Art Rendering add-on, making it so that you can render out your scenes as pixel art. Now, there's a lot of tutorials about how to do these type of effects, including on my own channel. However, what's cool about this add-on is that it actually works real-time in the viewport. As we've said, one of the great things about Blender is the amount of add-ons, but what that means is that as you keep installing add-ons, your end panels get completely cluttered, which is where add-ons like Simple Tabs come in to help you organize your end panels, grouping things, and keeping things a bit cleaner and easier to use. Now, Alt-Tab's Easy Fog makes it super easy to add procedural fog to your systems. It also covers things like explosions, clouds, and smoke as well. Now, they have paid options, but they also have a free demo, which includes quite a few presets in itself. Now, if you do any sort of environmental renders, I definitely recommend checking out Procedural Cloud Shader. It works with both Cycles and Eevee and makes it super easy to add clouds to any of your scenes. Now, one thing that's nearly impossible to model is a bas relief or an etching into an object, requiring an insane level of sculpting detail, which is why this Basify add-on is really cool. It basically allows you to project models onto flat surfaces and create depth maps and bas reliefs. This is an add-on I created myself to utilize in Blender on my short film. It is called Stopmo, and it allows you to apply stop motion in one click to selected objects. Currently, this is supported in the Blender 4.0 series, but I plan to update it in the 5.0 series here soon. Now, when I first saw right mouse navigation, I thought it was swapping the left and right mouse button, because if you didn't know, in the early versions of Blender, for some reason, the right mouse was how you clicked with everything. But actually, it's a really cool add-on. What it does is add Unreal Engine type navigation into your viewport, allowing you to navigate around in first-person view mode, quickly moving around your object and setting cameras within your scene. Now, if you've ever worked with a client, you know that before going to the final render, you need to work through some animatics and storyboards, which is where Story Pencil comes in. It provides a full storyboard toolset that works with Grease Pencil, and it's probably the best storyboard tool on the market. This add-on almost seems silly, as it just seems like this should be a default feature in Blender, but it makes it easier to select fonts, something that's actually pretty cumbersome in Blender, where you actually have to move through the file browser and locate the fonts on your machine in order to select a font. Now, I want to recommend the free MoGraph Array tool, which is a free tool that we're giving away. which aims to expand the features of the default array systems to include a much more robust and motion graphics friendly array system, including grid options, circular arrays with multi rings, and other various options. This is also compatible with our MoGraph toolbox, where it works with fields and effectors, allowing you to create some really cool motion graphic effects. Now, within the Blender community, we are spoiled with a lot of awesome free options. However, the advantage of paid add-ons is that it enables independent creators to spend more time in development of their add-ons, and the result is some pretty cool end products. So here are several paid add-ons that I think are absolutely worth your money. The Ultimate Animators bundle is probably my most used add-on. It bundles up GraphKit, delete static channels, key selected objects, anim copy, and keys all into one bundle. The best way I can describe this is it's a quality of life pack for animators. Now, if you've ever tried to render glass within Blender and it just came out dull and lifeless, I highly recommend checking out Shaders Plus. It adds a whole glass shader system with caustics, thin film, and dispersion control, both for cycles and Eevee. I found that this works much faster and better than anything included within Blender by default. Animation Layers brings industry standard animation mixing to Blender in an easy-to-use interface. I use this extensively on my short film, Watermelon Girl, for example, mixing things like a head turn on top of a walk cycle to save myself a ton of time. Now, if you're looking to add realism to your renders, I highly recommend checking out LensSim. It's a lens effect toolset for adding realism to your renders through things like lens distortion, bloom behavior, subtle imperfections, and other things. But the great thing is that it comes with a whole list of presets of real-world lenses baked right in. You can also import any lens that you want through the proper dataset. They have a tutorial on that as well. Now, Node Preview just adds a little preview image above your node, making it much easier to work in the shader view. Now, a lot of users complain about their Blender renders looking dull or desaturated. The problem is color grading is very technical and difficult to achieve, but Render Raw makes that whole process easier. They have a bunch of presets and simple to use interface that allows you to boost things like your color and contrast, bringing life back to your renders. Now, if you were going to ask me what one of the worst experiences was in Blender, I would say baking textures, which is where Simple Bake comes in. It adds a simple to use menu that allows you just to add objects and click bake, and it pretty much does everything for you. But there's also a ton of advanced options here for users looking for more control as well. Now, when it comes to simple utility add-ons that just make life easier in Blender, I want to recommend Everything by Marks Kingsnorth. He has a bunch of very affordable add-ons that add small features to Blender, making it easier to use. For example, a better bend deformer, an easier fit to curve deformer, and more. Now, these next few add-ons are pretty popular, and you've probably heard of them, but if you're new to the Blender community, they're worth mentioning as well. Flip Fluids is a full fluid simulation add-on for Blender that focuses on high-quality water and liquid sims. Now, as you know, Blender comes packaged with free options for this, but what I really think is advantageous of this add-on is the presets that it comes with. Now, if you've ever done texturing in Blender, you know that it can be incredibly difficult to add things like text or logos to your objects, especially when UV unwrapping gets involved, which is where a decal machine comes in. It's a non-destructive mesh decal system that allows you to apply decals, stickers, text, and more to your objects without using any UVs. And since it's non-destructive, you can move things around and experiment with the placement before applying. HardOps is a hard surface modeling toolkit that aims to speed up the whole process of hard surface modeling. Now, I have friends within PlayStation and other high-end visual effects studios that say they see this utilized in the pipeline as a standard all the time. So I don't believe HardOps is just the best hard surface modeling toolkit for Blender. I think it's probably the best in the entire industry. Now, Retopoflow takes the incredibly boring process of retopologizing and makes it less boring by making it a little less cumbersome and less tedious. It has a lot of great and easy to use tools for retopology. And again, this is one that I've spoken to a lot of my friends in the industry and seen it utilized throughout the professional industry. Now, as we all know, rigging is one of the most difficult things to do in Blender, and Auto Rig Pro aims to make that a little bit simpler. The great thing is that they have this auto rig system where you can place points on your character and it will automatically match the rig to your character. But Auto Rig is not just a simplification tool, it also has a ton of advanced features as well, bringing things like retargeting and other tools to Blender in a much easier to use way. Now, Machine Tools is an insanely popular add-on. It's a collection of workflow tools from the machine ecosystem that just improve day-to-day Blender modeling and scene management. It focuses on speed, polish, and kind of quality of life pie menus that make it easier to do basic actions in Blender overall.